Yo, yo, yo! Guess who's back? Yes! Jeremy, that's me! That's this guy! Captain Subpar, toy reviews. It is time for another toy review, folks. Yes, finally, a new Power Rangers item just for you. And it comes straight from last weekend. LaBam. Yes, this is the Legacy Collection Dino Megazord. For those of you who don't know the story, okay, Power Morphicon was last weekend, the Power Rangers convention that happens every 2 years, and for the last 3 Power Morphicons, there have been exclusive items from Bandai. At PMC 3, there was a Power Rangers Samurai 2-pack of the Red Ranger and a special painted version of a Mooger. 2 years ago at PMC 4, there were special Ranger keys, one for the Wolf Ranger from Jungle Fury, one for the Titanium Ranger from Lightspeed. At the time, they were both exclusive keys, never had been released in a 2-pack. So they tend to go with a theme. You know, whatever series is out, they try to put something with that. And now we're going with Legacy instead of a Dino Charge item. They actually released quite a few Dino Charge items at San Diego Comic-Con. So it's cool that we're going with this. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Legacy action figure line is a new thing. They are putting out like pieces of different series together. We have MMPR and Ninja Storm are out right now. And lots of other ones are coming. I know In Space is coming soon. Zeo was announced. So there's a lot of new stuff coming out. Anyway, what happens is, much like Marvel Comics with their Build-A-Figure lines, they come with pieces of another figure. Like in Marvel, it's like, okay, you know, you buy Deadpool and Spider-Man and all these different things, and you might get like an arm of Juggernaut, or like a leg of another character, you know, that sort of thing. And so it encourages you to buy the whole line, because if you buy the whole line, you get all the pieces, you can make an extra figure. With this, what they do is they give you a piece of the Megazord. So if you buy all 3 Ninja Storm figures, you can create the Ninja Storm Megazord. And obviously with the MMPR figures, you can create the MMPR Megazord, the Dino Megazord. What they're doing here is, this is a special edition where they're like, you know what? We'll just take all the pieces that normally would come with the regular figures, put them together, give you the Megazord by itself, but it's going to be a special black and gold edition. Just like, you know, there's black and gold editions of the fully formed Megazord and of the Dragon Zord. We're doing it here. So this is actually my first figure from the line. I know the Legacy figures have hit at Target specifically. Haven't seen any of my Targets, unfortunately. Which sucks because it's MMPR and it's Ninja Storm. You people know I like that stuff. If you're watching my countdown videos, you know. You know who I'm talking to. Anyway, also, sidebar before I quickly unpack this. I will be doing more videos related to PMC. I want to talk about my experience. I want to talk about all the other stuff I bought there. You know, stuff like that. And there is some stuff that's come in the mail since then that I have to do review videos for. So I've got a few videos coming out soon. Got to catch up, you know. Hectic week. Anyway, on to the figure. That's what you're here for. Let's take it out. Nice little slip cover here. And, you know, you can see that. Power Morphicon exclusive. Nice shiny gold writing. By the way, to get these figures, you had to wait in line. I think there's only 400 released to the public, maybe 500. And you had to get in line, get a little wristband. They gave you the opportunity throughout the course of that day to go to the Bandai booth, get it. $40 figure, by the way, $40 flat. And on the back it says here, the epic legacy of the Power Rangers lives on in this handsomely crafted Legacy figure collection. Each figure is sculpted with precision to include intricate details of texture and fabric nuance, and is engineered to be highly posable with up to 22 points of articulation for dynamic and authentic posing. Included with each intricate character is a piece of that series' iconic Megazord. Collect all of the Rangers within a series to build the full Megazord figure and complete your Power Rangers series collection. Very, very cool. To give you a quick look at that, what I just read. Sides, you know, pretty typical stuff. And when you see the figures in the store, they're going to look a lot like this. No slip cover. But you can see there's the figure right there. And they chose to use the back of the box that is used for the regular Megazord. And as you can see, it's not as simple as each Ranger has their own Zord. You know, Pink Ranger has an arm. Pink and Black Ranger have arms. Blue and yellow have legs. Red has the body. Simple as that. And you can see, you got Tommy and Jason down there, and you got the 3 Ninja Storm figures. These are the first 5 that have been released. You know? So, that's Series 1. And that is your box. Take a look at the sides again, just for posterity. Boom. Alright, let us crack this baby open and see what we got. Where is the best place to cut? Should I go top or should I go bottom? Looks like top has more cuts, but I tend to go top, yeah. It looks like top is easiest. A little cut on the side. Got to use this sweet little blade because you don't want to damage the box if you're an OCD guy like myself, and if you're collecting Power Rangers as an adult, you're probably a bit of an OCD guy like me. I mean, it's true. You can't really deny it. Anyway, slide the figure out. Let's take a look at the inside. It's just a simple piece, you know, with the lightning bolt. And by the way, you're probably wondering if you're a toy collector like me, and I will answer the question, yes. Yes, I bought 2 of them, one to keep in box and one to open. Why did I do that? That's an excellent question. One I don't have a super good answer for, but that's how it is. Here's the figure in box, and it looks like we just have one little connector here. That cuts off easily, like so. Toss that in the trash. And I'll put this up too. Put the boxes on the sides. And here is our figure. Let me give it a look over. Okay, it's Alright, I'll say the first thing I'll notice is it's a little loose, which is not to be, it's not surprising because it's a pieced together figure. I believe that it will come apart. Yeah, see? That's all it is. It's just simple ball joints, like so. So that's what it'll be. If you buy these figures by themselves, it'll be like, by Kimberly. Oh, almost threw that away. By Kimberly, you'll get this arm. By Zach, you'll get this arm. By Trini, you'll get this leg. By Billy, you'll get this leg. By Jason, you'll get this torso. Simple as that, right? And then once you have them all, you will just piece them together like so. And you will have your full Megazord. Obviously, it'll be easier with Ninja Storm since there's only 3 figures to collect to get that main Megazord. But honestly, it's a cool figure. It's one of those in-between sizes, you know, because for a while there, they were releasing the figures that were about this tall that, they came in those circular boxes or those taller ones for the anniversary, and they would release them for most of the Megazords, and they had kind of a stylized look, you know, where like pointed parts on it were accented, you know, it was more, it was a much more sleeker version of every Megazord, and they were very, very cool, but also they were not as screen accurate as a standard Megazord, obviously, because most Megazords, unless you're the Ninja Storm Megazord, in the lightning mode, most Megazords can, or the Geki Ranger, Jungle Fury Megazord, then you really can't jump around like that sort of thing. So this is kind of a cool in-between because it's got the flexibility of those smaller Zords, it's got a little more size to make it closer to a regular Megazord, and it's got more, I would say scale with, it's everything is more in proportion. That's the word I'm looking for, proportion, duh. It's more in proportion with a standard Megazord. So it's a cool little side series, I think, that would be very fun to collect. Obviously that, he's kind of bending over. But obviously that brings into question, do I want the black and gold one? Well, I'll be honest. It wasn't, when I heard this announced as the exclusive, I was like, that's okay, I guess. I'm not big on the whole repaint idea. I'm one of the mindset with the Legacy collection that I kind of want to move on. I like all the toys they're putting out, but I'd like to see some Zeo stuff, I'd like to see some Turbo stuff. I just like to have a little more variety, you know? So to see more repaints, I'm like, oh, okay, fine, whatever, we get it, MMPR. I know that's the big money maker, I get it. I understand your position, Bandai. It's cool having that. Personally, you know, maybe mix it up a little bit. You can still focus on the MMPR, but maybe give us a little more of the Zeo stuff. At least the Zeomorpher. Come on, people, give me that Zeomorpher. But yeah, figure itself. The head fully rotates. Obviously, the shoulder pads go up, which is very cool to add more poses. Ah, ripping the arms off. Oh, okay. And then you can see like this, so it just clips right on. You know, obviously you would like a little more detail in the fact that, like, hold on. I'm talking like this. All right. Because, like, you know, you see the M on the front, but it's not on the back. You know, there's not a ton of detail on the back itself, which is a little disappointing. But, you know, it moves at the wrist, at the elbow, I mean, and the wrist. That's good. Little side flaps, you know, again, adding more mobility, giving a little bit of room. They don't actually fold all the way up, but they do have some give. Ball joints for the legs, ball joints for the knees, ball joints for the foot. Very, very cool. So there's a ton of posability on this thing, you know, which is very, very cool. It does come apart a little easier with all the ball joints. Like, you can barely even move them and they'll snap off. Obviously, that's kind of necessary with the design. So yeah, I would say this is a good intermediate size. If you're not a super hardcore collector, maybe just, you know, stick with the traditional one. Wait to buy all the figures, stick with that. You don't need to go on eBay to try to find this one. If you're a completionist like me, obviously, go for it. It shouldn't be that expensive. Is it worth $40? Probably closer to 30, maybe even the 20, because 20 is the actual suggested retail price for a regular figure that has one piece of the Megazord. And I think that's a fine price. That is a solid price point. You know, obviously everybody would like it to be cheaper, but I think that's a very comparable price point to the stuff that Marvel and DC puts out. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for me with this Megazord. Again, here we go, give it a little shot. Come on, Megazord sequence has been initiated. Check that out. Bam! Kapow! Them thighs, girl. Ba-boom. Yeah, I'm an adult. Adult-ish. But that's the figure. As always, please, like this video if you liked it. Comment on the video if you want to, you know, discuss this figure itself. Share this video if you have somebody that couldn't make it to PMC and wants to see what this is all about, you know? There's people out there. And, you know, as always, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. It really means a lot to me. I have been trying to think of a catchphrase to close out these videos. I don't have one, because anything I can think of is, like, super cheesy, and I don't want to be one of those guys on YouTube that's always like, next time on Super Toy Review Guy something, or Captain Subpar, ahoy! Really, do I need to do something ship related? Like a One Piece thing? Because One Piece is my thing. Like, I'm gonna be King of the Toys! King of the Nerds! There it is. I'm gonna be King of the Nerd! Or Geeks? Do I want to go Geeks? This is me working it out in real life. I'm gonna be King of the Geeks! Toy review. Boom. Nonsense. Black and gold. Power Morphicon. Other buzzwords. That's all I've got. Gonna end this video because getting a little sad. Out of here. Yeah. Ignore that last part. Wah wah. King of the Geeks.